2 seconds of ego can steal months of progress in BJJ. Some guys would rather go unconscious, let their knee tear apart and let their ego win, instead of just accepting that they were technically defeated. Stupid people, huh? First of all, why even do people not tap? I think there are 4 different reasons, and the first reason is ego. I understand you don't want to lose the round against a smaller guy, against a guy who's less experienced than you, or a guy you just don't like. But it's still not worth it to let your joints break or go unconscious, obviously. And at the end of the day, nobody cares what happens in the training room or even at some local competition. Sparring is only for learning. If you learned more than the other person, you won the round. But you don't won the round because you submitted him more. Then number 2, some people have this like tough guy mentality. Some people learn this at home and some people are just born like this. And sadly, there are still a lot of gyms where it's just in the gym culture to be tough, and they think they're cool. They're not. So stop thinking you're a tough guy or some motherfucker. It's not gonna help you. And this is also a reason why only a small percentage of the top of the sport have like this tough guy mentality, because most of them don't even make it pro because they get injured too early in their career. And then there are some people which are just overly optimistic. Like you can have a fully locked heel hook and they're thinking like, bro, I watched this instructional yesterday. I know how to get out. Like this is not gonna be a problem. And the next thing you hear is like and your knee is khalas. So try to have like a moderate mindset and know when there's time to escape and when it's really finished and you should just tap. And also, as in anywhere else in life, there are stupid people, which they're not like stupid, but they're just not aware of the risks. Like me too, I got an injury on my knee because I got toe holded, and I was thinking like a toe hold only goes on my foot, so it's not gonna be that bad. And then my knee did like and I was like, shit. So make sure to know which submissions go on which joints. And of course, it's not as bad to get your foot broken than your knee. Still, you should tap to stuff like wrist locks or foot locks, but just know that there's much more dangerous submissions. And if you're, in example, in a twister, bro, don't try to come out like you're gonna be paralyzed for the rest of your life. Don't try to get out of there. Just accept it and tap. Unless you wanna end up like this. I'm not making fun of any people, yeah, it's just what I'm saying. And now, what does it even cost your body to tap early or even not tap at all? First of all, we have strangleholds. I know many people say, why tap, go sleep, and they think they're like Khabib Jr. or some motherfucker. They're not. They're just like stupid. There are many like short-term effects. For example, not remembering everything which happened before the choke and just being confused overall. There's no long-term data, but for sure it's not healthy to get put asleep a lot. And what can happen if you're out for like more than 10 seconds is that you suffer long-term brain damage because of the lack of oxygen in your brain. So not tapping to chokes is not as bad as not tapping to joint locks, but it's still not good.
Oh, there's a big surprise!
And then there are also joint locks, which are arguably much more dangerous to not tap compared to a stranglehold. For this video, I'm just gonna take a heel hook for example. If you're not gonna tap, something in your knee is gonna tear apart. It can be your ACL, your LCL, your MCL, it can be your meniscus. Something is gonna break. And it's not only that like 2 seconds of ego is gonna cost you a year of training, it's also gonna be mentally tough if you really like jiu-jitsu to sit out for a year and maybe you're gonna get depressions or something. And what you forget when you're just talking about no tapping is you're most likely gonna need surgery, and this shit costs money. So not only your body is gonna suffer, but also your wallet. And most jiu-jitsu people are not rich. After one fatal injury, like a heel hook which got ripped, your body is never gonna recover. Your knee is never gonna be the same as before. Never! You will always feel it and think in your unconscious mind of it whilst sparring. You have just one body, so take care of it. You cannot just go to the item shop and buy like a new knee, buy a new elbow or something. It doesn't work like this. Broken is broken. And this is the add-on which you can also learn a lot from. It's how do the professional athletes spar. It's actually really cool because it just happened today to me. I rolled with a really good guy. His name is like Abraham, and before we started the round we did like a positional from armbar. He asked me because he never trained with me before and I'm like a first time training partner for him.
Who the hell is this bitch?
If I know the rules, if I'm not gonna rip some shit on him and stuff. And I of course said okay, no problem. I also don't want to get an arm ripped off my body or something. And he told me like there are some people which can make this armbar positional like the worst round and fight of their life and just hip in the arm and just try to break it. What you're gonna see if you're in really high level gyms is that most of the professional athletes just train with each other. They're not gonna train with some guy they saw for the first time. It's just cause they don't know how this guy ticks. Also, a thing I realized today is that good people don't try to finish you. If they have you in a fully locked armbar, they're not gonna bridge in and try to get a tap. They're just gonna stay there and they're gonna tell you like try to escape and stuff, cause it's a win-win situation. The attacking person can work on their control and the defending person can obviously try to escape. So both people learn much more than they would if they would just try to go for the tap. You have one guy getting injury and one guy getting his ego boosted and didn't learn anything. So training with people you trust is really important. And just remember, in jiu-jitsu you're many times just a second away from getting your joints broken. So it's really important to just tap if you're in a dangerous position. Okay, if you liked it, like the video. If you don't like it, also like the video. Mwah.